We're getting right into the map already, folks. So let's do this. NRG versus FaZe, best of 3 for the semifinals to go up against Liquid in just a few hours.
P250 is gracing our screens as well. NRG gone for 2 of them here. So let's see if these armor chunking pistols can find the FaZe Clan members early on. Nico certainly wants to start things off. He's found himself aggressively towards T-Con. Nice shot. Cirque's down and out already in seconds, and FaZe have a man advantage. Where do NRG go from here?
It's a really good question. Nico pushing up, getting information. He takes a huge risk. You know, comes up into a shadow advantage position and then just destroys their hold. So after falling back, it's going to be NRG who are scratching their heads. Dropping ladder could be a big risk. They want to try to reclaim some information. They have time, but Train is so punishing. Every time you go for map control, it's almost always CT favored. And they have to decide, do they want to group up or do they want to try to work on just one piece of map control before they execute? 3 outside T-Con as they start to drift towards Ivy. And Olaf has his eyes trained on this angle.
Oh, there's the spot. 3 players from NRG set up towards Ivy, and that's a connector smoke going down for Ethan. Try and get these guys out into the yard. FaZe with 3 players here, and Olaf's dropped the bomb. All the info they need, and the headshots behind it. He's found 2. Oh dear, this is just a slaughter. NRG, not even a single kill to the board. Nico finds a final couple coming out of T-Con, and that's going to be a clean round for FaZe. Not a single casualty in their pistol.
Not only that, was just about 20 damage in that round, so that was peak efficiency. You have Olaf, who basically hits both of his first shots, Nico as well, and the split gets shut down. It's like before they even got a round started. I mean, the first prerogative for them at Ivy is to get to the top of it. They couldn't even do that. And at a certain point, you're like, okay, you let the smoke go, and they need to push up. I mean, they have to understand Olaf might peak, but they're going to try to trade him in that situation. It's a fight they wanted to take. They just weren't able to win. And now we're on the eco nice and quickly. But they've actually invested quite a bit of money. They want that Molotov to go as far as possible to get away with it. Ethan's taken some damage, but now they've retained ladder control, and Rain wants a piece of this action. Yeah,
he got hit in the face by the Molotov, but he's going back for seconds. In the meantime, T-Con push out. Nico's got a double again, already holding strong on this A site. Rain's going to have to deal with a double drop. Fail flash. It's actually a fake flash to try and make him turn around, but Rain holds his own. Both kills in the pop dog. Bomb under the control of FaZe and Cirque. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck indeed. We've seen some good eco strats from NRG. They have tried some cool stuff. We saw them on Overpass come up with some really interesting strategies. Here they move quickly, but they move with full utility belts. They clearly have a plan. Taking ladder was not a bad decision. They almost abused the spawn fast enough to get that molly down, but the CT spawn's always going to be just a bit better. So that's why FaZe make that very easy, and because they made it so easy, they've got so much money left over on top of a bonus round. Guardian, he's not even got anything to pair with the CZ. He knows that NRG have no money to spend, and he's just waiting to get his hands on the op.
Yeah, that'll be coming in round number 4 alongside NRG's rifles. This should just be a bit of a cleanup from FaZe Clan, you'd imagine. NRG, as expected, going towards B with these pistols.
Well, that's a quality grenade. 100 damage done to Stanislav. Guardian, he's caught in a tricky spot. Has to go wild with the CZ spray, and it's not enough to connect.
Boxed in though, FaZe Clan coming from all angles. Missed spray from Rain, he's going to get taken down, but it shouldn't be a worry. FaZe are able to clean it up. Couple of casualties, they lose obviously that pistol and the SMG, so nothing to worry about.
Yeah, very decent damage. Not surprised they pushed for, I think it was Guardian with the CZ. It's funny because that's like one of the least kind of economically sound weapons to have on a bonus round. You're not making a lot from the kill reward. Obviously one of the things that got nerfed with that gun, but he doesn't care too much. He loses basically 2 grand as opposed to a rifle or SMG paired with armor and utility that could go 3, 4, or 5 grand. And now Cirque's going to be opping in this round. We've got our first official rifle round of the half. CT's spread out. Guardian's kind of up close behind a sandwich smoke, and it's a standard state of affairs. This is all very simple stuff here from the T side. You know, you throw this to deny vision, you force the CTs to make some a little bit scarier peaks over top of the train into T-Con, and then you wait back. Try to bait out incendiaries if you can, and then think about your next execute.
Neo's playing so close towards B that he can actually spot across into the halls. He's seen nothing so far, but FaZe is still going to over-rotate a second player into position. Might come to regret this. NRG still looking committed towards the A side right now. Ready to double drop into pop at any moment's notice. That nade is lovely. Tarek getting tagged down to 50. and Neo can just fall back. Now the double B setup is at least going to be necessary, or at least FaZe thinks so, because NRG are still calling up Ivy. That bomb about to join them as well. 50 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time for NRG to get this split on.
Something of a stalemate here. We'll see what happens. There was a nade, I think it collided with another nade in ladder and didn't do a lot of damage to Rain, but he's still down to 64, which is something. Trying to whittle down that forward aggressive player outside is so key, especially if you're going to throw smokes behind them, try to isolate them from their teammates. Ivy presence is out. Nades crisscross to the top of it. Stanislaw going to lead the charge.
Ooh. Olof, he's found a little bit of a gap. He had to turn around. That's allowed Stan to get in, but Breezy will get spotted. Olof kills Stan by accident, and Breezy does get the trade, but there's a second man here. Nico won't let them pass, and FaZe locking down the outer bomb site. Once again, 4 players alive on the rifle round.
That's huge. I talked to Stan earlier, and he said he felt like they got a bit unlucky yesterday. They played FaZe on Nuke, and it was like a 16-9 scoreline, but it was one of their first matches of the day, which is like one of his first matches on LAN with the team, right? His first, actually.
Yeah.
And they got eco'd 4 times. So he felt like they got a bit unlucky. He's looking forward to Nuke, but the series is not theirs if they don't put up a showing on Train. They might need to take it, and they're already on their 3rd eco. So here we are on the round 5. A fair bit of utility. Breeze going for the similar play. That seems mechanically demanding. You've got to go down, you've got to throw the Molotov, and you've got to get back up.
And it's scary as well. You've got to be down far enough that you can actually throw the molly towards the doorway. You can see he wasn't down far enough. Ooh, Ethan's got himself deep. Guardians found the kill though. Player close sandwich, not getting spotted, but climbing on top of the green train. Olof will dispatch of him. Smoke down, and the pop dog does cut Breezy off, leaving Stanislaw alone in the yard, but that smoke does allow Breezy to at least feign a bit of a cross. Gap there though, so FaZe have it under control. Still not looking like a worry here with these 2 pistols.
Well, the positive is they're not just trickling into sites and dying. I mean, here with the last 2, we're seeing that a little bit, but it's clear they have a plan of action for the beginning of the round. Intent on getting ladder room control, and I always kind of stand behind that. That's really, really important for the T side. And after that round, FaZe are officially on fire. Quick 5-0 start. And it was NRG to start the tempo off, but they started off high, and that's why we've run through these rounds so quickly. A lack of damage might come in to haunt them, but one key thing after the change to the economy is FaZe have this 5-round streak, and you can't really get reset anymore. In fact, if you're ahead, you know, that's who punishes more. But they have the bank to support them, even if they do lose a round, and that's going to make it hard for NRG to chew through. They're kind of on even footing in that regard, and you could expect that if FaZe lose a round, it won't necessarily mean they lose 2.
Look at this inner setup for FaZe. This was talked about a little bit on the couch before the game. 3 players B side at the start of the round. Rain's already pushed up Ethan. No idea, but he's going to go above. Rain's ready for it, and he just fades away through the smoke. No potential for trade, and a man advantage for this CT side. Brilliant way to start off this rifle.
No doubt, yeah. They created this kind of pseudo wall in those halls, and the CT's off to another flying start. They don't have to do much, patrolling between angles, waiting around. We've seen Ivy presence from NRG already get shut down completely. Last time it was this 2-tier defense with Olaf Meister, got traded through smoke, and then Nico behind him, who was kind of roaming. You won't expect that to happen every single time. And this time, there is no one in that old bomb position. It's only on the left side of Ivy from the T's perspective. Smoke goes down, and Rain will just get up right in front of it. Again, we just saw him get a kill in her halls.
Now he's Ivy.
Now he's Ivy.
Loves to rotate. And FaZe, they've got 4 on the A site, exactly where NRG's going again. So another solid defense. Let's see if NRG can find success here. That barrel, oh, it sticks out. Breezy, he spotted it, but he's not going to get the kill. Goes for the body shot instead. He'll come to regret it. Olaf shut down the first player out of T-Con, and there's 2 eyes set towards this entrance as well. Make it 3. Guardians there with the AWP, and there's just no one getting past for NRG.
Dude.
Slaughtered.
Yeah, and you know what? There should be many ways to be critical of the way that NRG are playing right now, but you've got to say FaZe are doing a lot of things correctly. They're being aggressive in all the right spots. They're also hitting their shots. I mean, look at how Breeze comes in and crouches under the angle. He literally, it's just crosshair placement that fails him. He clears the angle properly. So kind of from the mechanical perspective, maybe NRG, you're just feeling like they're having a late start to the day, and that's catching up with them. But FaZe are going to be hot on their heels this entire match. And there's not much more they have to do. They haven't even had to test T-Con control. They haven't had to go all the way down IV. Those options are still there. They've been aggressive inner, so that's one thing that they've played into and NRG might be aware of. But there's a lot of things that they have left over that they can still employ that NRG haven't been tested with. So we'll see what they try now. I don't mind what they're doing. Problem is they're not getting out of choke points, and that might come down to the first kill. So back to another eco here as we get into the round. A couple of flashbangs and a Molotov and smoked, and it's Tarek with the best spawn. I don't know if we're going to have that ladder play once again, but I'm interested to see where that goes. Sure, yeah.
NRG haven't even touched that B site, really, and this is the perfect round to do so, right? Little bit of utility, couple of pistols. You haven't got a huge amount invested, but it's typically quite simple to get out onto that bomb site, get a plant, and you're usually going to get wrecked in the post plant with pistols, but every now and then something goes your way. NRG certainly look to be edging their way towards this side of the map.
Real close to the bomb plant zone here. Prepping down the ramp. Bomb in position. Maybe just one good flash. Smoke won't do too much. Great flash on Neo. He's going to have to fall back. And a chain, and it looks like he had the lineup, but Cirque hits that quick P250 shot and actually makes a lot of space for the rest of his team.
And this is how some of these rounds can stumble out of control, because look how deep NRG have gotten themselves. Still a double trade for FaZe Clan. They'll make it interesting, but a gun's been picked up. Ethan's got that, and he's still close oil. FaZe have got to clear this angle out first when going for the retake, but Stan might try and make a bit of a distraction at the back of the site. He will spot Guardian, but ducked below just about. Stan's seen him, and Stan's going to get the kill. Range CZ shot, not too bad. FaZe still have the time to go for this one, but they've got to clear out Ethan. Nice work. Nico getting the kill as he swings wide. Now a 2-on-2. Tarek just playing for the heavens, and Stan's not stopping with this. He's at 75. Tarek's even going to finish it off. And there we go. Pistols finding the first round for NRG.
CZ gods were in his pocket today. That was crazy. The long range dink to the top rafters. I mean, like, you can't count on that, especially after the nerf. You know, the distance, there's a lot of fall off with damage and also accuracy, but I mean, his aim is on point. He's looking in the right direction. So, and that second kill is an absolute clothesline. That's an eco in the favor of NRG. Let's see if they can try to swing some of the momentum back in their favor. Again, they have to chew through a lot of economy from FaZe. This does bolster them a little bit. Oh my God.
The leg shot down to 20, and then the nade down to 1. Tarek dodging death.
Might as well hang on to the op at this point.
Yeah. FaZe have a double IV setup as well. NRG going to walk right into this one. Nico making first contact, but Olof's close on the corner. Nico's got to look away. He's blind. Olof hits a shot, but not going to be able to spray to the second one. Nico just having to smoke it off and give it up. FaZe still keeping a 4-on-4, but look, I love the proactiveness. They just push into T-Con straight away. That molly clears out the left cubby, and FaZe own more real estate.
Yeah, it's a squeeze. They see when a team makes IV presence and they throw grenades, you know, sometimes they come with 2 or 3 sets. That means there's only so many players on the map. You always have to remember that. And so squeezing for something like T-Con control can make a lot of sense. So a standard adjustment, I wouldn't be surprised if NRG are aware of it. The issue is, can they do anything about it? Leaving Rain around this corner is pretty safe. You don't have to have someone extremely up close to help him. He's in a powerful position, and he can call nice and early if nades come his way. So now they're going to turn their attention back towards Rain, and we'll see who comes out ahead.
NRG have surely got to be aware that FaZe could be in this position, so let's see if they hard check it. Breezy's being patient entering T-Con. Rain throwing a close smoke. He might get caught there. Oh, he gets a spray off Rain. 2 kills. Upgrades the gun as well, and NRG scrambling for time and frags in this round. 25 seconds. Tarek's still low. That flash could even kill him, but he just dodges through. It's only going to take 1 bullet from Rain, and the second that smoke fades, this round should be done.
Give it his best shot, but that wasn't good enough. Rain comes through with the timing. It's hard to blame someone for not pushing him in that situation. You know, swinging out as soon as you see him, peeking wide to throw a grenade from up close, and you can hear it leave his hands as well. It's like, yeah, you've got to swing, but you see pulling that gun right away and then going wide as the smoke plumes, making it as hard as possible. And you know, for NRG, your teammates expected to come trade behind you, but he is completely smoke blind. So there's not going to be concurrent rounds here for NRG. They're going to have an op here on Cirque, some money left over on everybody, and they have some stuff to work with.
Maybe going back to what worked before the B play, but this time with an AWP, they could set him up for the post plant very well. That Molotov not going to be a fear for Stan, but the shot will. Nico takes him. And FaZe, they at least spotted players up towards these box halls, so a second rotate coming through. NRG going to slow things down, but still not looking to turn around back to that A site. Tarek even getting wallbanged from the bomb train. Can't catch a break here.
Yeah, right in the head too. So does Cirque want to hunt? Oh, we're going for that triple boost. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't amount to anything.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's going to be rotators. This is the difficult spot. You know, that works extremely well if you can kind of cycle CTs out, overstack one site, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen today. You know, from a comfortable spot, Tarek with a nice headshot, and can he follow it up? There's some good damage dealt, but he doesn't commit to the peak.
And in that time, someone swung out the connector. FaZe have everyone here, and Cirque, nice shot, but he's so low. This is going to be a miraculous clutch if he can find it. Surely spotted Rain there. His head just poked on the top of the train, and Cirque, nice try, but not going to work out. Man, this is good for FaZe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's an understatement, right? That was some sick movement from Cirque. Super quick. Yeah, this is really brutal right now. FaZe in rare form. Fair to underestimate them considering the circumstances. Just feels like they've been up and down. It's hard to say, you know, where they're going to be. But the same for NRG. You know, they're kind of a new lineup, but they did start off strong yesterday. So hopes were high. And the map's not done.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I'm thinking back to that game on Train yesterday that FaZe were up against the Renegades. They had a pretty rough T side. It required them to pull a pretty monumental lead back on their second half. So while this strong CT side isn't really a surprise, I wouldn't count this as over. Of course, NRG are going to need T-side rounds actually to make FaZe sweat, swapping halves.
Yeah. The rounds are ending so early here for NRG. They're losing the opening kill. They're not getting map control where they want to. And I think the worst thing now would be for them to give up on their game plan and lose confidence and get even worse. If they can ignore that, ignore the round score and the fact they've lost so many rounds so early, they might stand a chance. It looks like Rain knows exactly what's headed his way, and I assume he's very confident right now. Come up for the swing peek. A great flash to couple with that push. And there's no one there to trade it. Oh my God, Guardian.
Stars aligning for FaZe Clan right now. Ethan doesn't even hit a shot fully blind. Poor guy. 2 men left up for NRG. Now, Stan's got a great position. I don't think anyone's aware that he's found himself this deep, but how much can he really get out of it? Guardian's dead. Rain is still in the pop dog. Remember, he can cut off this bomb, trying to cross towards the site, but Breezy going down Olaf instead. And nice Molotov as well. Rain's got to make a decision. Oh, wow.
It might be a last take situation. That could start burning him. Wow, he's so fortunate. He can hang on to that smoke. We'll see if that plays into it. Bree's going to commit to the plant, taking a risk here, and he ends up getting killed. Unfortunately for him, you know, there's 4 players up. He's really hoping they respect this situation. Stan gets taken off the train, but you do have to go for the plant. He could have cleared Old Bomb, taken an extra second to do it, but that might have been a risk in itself. And time was working against them. The man advantage was working against them. Basically everything, all odds were stacked against them.
Certainly looking that way with the scoreline. 9-1 up to FaZe Clan with no signs of slowing down rather. NRG not even getting the bomb plant there as well. They're just running off of loss bonus, so it might just be another pistol play back towards that B site. Hope for the best.
What point does Chet start standing up, you know? We'll see. It's kind of like it's almost like where do you begin?
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. Now, sometimes if your team feels discombobulated, you start seeing teams fall back on full executes without working on too much individual map control. So maybe maybe your star players aren't that sharp today. That could be your starting issue. So fall back on utility early on. Try not to take too many opening risks, and maybe delay for time to make it seem like you're going to do something like that, and then just go back to whatever your force smoke, execute outside, or some of these new inner executes that are pretty good now too, that you can just do right out of spawn. So here's the 2 smokes to go down, one in sandwich. Derek's actually speeding it up, loses the duel straight up to Nico, sitting behind a smoke, and it is just a slaughter.
Yeah, no one's getting out of the T-Con once again. It's just Cirque, who may be deep behind enemy lines, but that's only going to work for a few seconds. Smoke will fade. Now, will he be able to spot the Heaven player as well as Nico? He could play the trigger discipline there, but moves out of the way. Great flashbang. And now Nico's got his eyes trained. Maybe low, but Cirque is just getting barraged. Oh, dear. Goodbye.
Only so many spots he could be, right? Playing Blue's Clues at that point. Yeah, man, that's tough. Respect the call to speed it up. Go for the full execs. 2 smoke simple. 1 goes late to back 6, or somewhat late. And then, I mean, it's over top of the same smokes they're hoping are to be respected. And the setup from FaZe makes sense. They're playing Heaven so they can see over top of the smokes. They think there might be something fast outside. Now, it looks like Rain, this is an easy spot to play. But, I mean, if it's going to be like an inner hit or something like that, Rain's in a way more committed position. So it could have definitely been a read.
Nice.
Wow, that's a couple of good grenades.
3
good grenades, yeah.
What a combo. Well, that's a start for NRG. Of course, remember, they can't pick up that gun, but Olaf, he is looking to make work on Ivy, finds Tarek. Clears out the fact that there's no one down that lane as well, so now we can see FaZe double set up on this B bomb site, splitting 2-2. Neo's seen 3 players there, so Molotov immediately down to delay any kind of fast push, but NRG not going for it just yet.
3 smokes up. 1Z, you can block off back lanes if you want. And just to initiate something quickly. They've been able to get down the ramp, and here it looks like they avoid the spray too.
Ooh. So good with the pistols, though. Breezy's going to find Neo, and even though Guardian trades, that bomb's been planted, and AK's been grabbed. We've seen NRG win this exact round before. In fact, it's the only one they managed to pick up, so got high expectations. FaZe taking their time to move back in together. They've got no flank coming in this time, all moving through either connector or CT. Guardian's going to be looking for contact to Breezy. It's actually Olaf to find the first kill. Cirque swing wide for Breezy. Won't work out. Just Stan left up. No molly for the bomb. And Guardian's got his number as well. 13 HP, but someone could just stick this, and there's not a lot Stan can do about it. Neo's posted on this angle. It's Nico, rather, and he's going to hit the shot.
Yeah, they took their time. It comes down to the last few seconds, but the worst thing you can do in a situation like that is go overly quickly. I mean, you see a round like that, and you're like, okay, let's just make sure we don't die from the back lanes. No one can shoot us in the choke points, and Z rotating in. And then when we establish control there, then we can move up very safely. And it only gets more scary for the Ts, who have picked their spots that aren't very good post-plant spots. For teams on train, once you get the bomb down, the round is not over for you. That's why you see a lot of times people smoke Z, play really close to the smoke, play very aggressively to try to make it like a 4-on-3, so the TCs don't even think about rotating. And with pistols, obviously NRG are not kind of offered up an opportunity like that. So Ethan sneaks out into this default. Early Molotovs down at Ivy.
Oh, FaZe's utility has been so sick, though. Great reads on where NRG are sending their players early on. That nade puts Ethan very low. Flash is good. Oh, Olaf looks away. And in that time, he's able to get out into T-Con. In the meantime, Stan caught trying to push out, but...
Yeah, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? I wonder what the idea was there.
I think he realized he must have got spotted due to that nade hitting him so directly.
But with Stan on the other side of the train, was he hoping for that duel at E-Box? That could be potentially it. But here's another rough start to the round. However, Breeze looks to turn that back into the favor of NRG. They establish Ivy control just for a second. Op gets picked up. He knows exactly what he's going up against. Smoke to the right side this time. An adaptation play, a great shot from Cirque. He's low, but he's got his kill.
Oh, the boost up as well. Olaf might not expect this. The smoke's going to fade, but he's seen him. He's seen him first. Olaf hits it through the smoke, not connecting. Neo takes the kill instead, and it's already done. FaZe, blink and you miss it. 12-1 up. Where's this game gone? Yeah,
it's blink and you miss it, man. It's just a cascade of kills instantly. It feels like as soon as they get out, it's like they're really not welcome. Door shut at every choke point on the A site, and jeez, Nico's having a time.
This was NRG's pick as well. Now, Jordan, at least on the desk, assumed that NRG would fold on this map and pick up Nuke. Still up in the air, still possible. And as said yesterday, they did get a few rounds on Nuke up against FaZe, 9 in fact, but maybe if they work on their anti-ecos, or sorry, ecos.
Ecos, yeah, not getting ecoed, yeah.
Not getting eco. Yeah. I've had time to go over that demo, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, there is just a lot of good things to say about the way FaZe are playing. They've got like this kind of like motion defense, right? They're in the site. They've got 3 players, but we saw Rain. He's playing inner at the beginning of the round with an aggressive option. Makes his way over to Ivy, gets out at sometimes to ladder. It feels like they're being very fluid right now, and there's not a lot of micromanagement, and that makes them very hard to read. I mean, if you get 5 CTs in static positions every round, eventually the Ts will figure you out. But what are NRG supposed to take from that last round, where they're seeing new players in new spots almost every single time? And you got to appreciate and respect that from FaZe. It feels like they're trusting kind of their individual pieces right now. That's
what you hope that they would trust on this team, a team of superstars.
Yeah, heighten that as much as possible. I mean, absolutely.
Well, no reason to slow down now. 12-1 up. They've been on fire all game long. Solo lurk down Ivy, potentially going to be coming in late to play a post plant. NRG have had success getting the bomb down on B at least. It's just, you know, that's one of the few things you can be positive about this game.
Yeah.
So Tarek could have effect later in the round if need be, but he's already backing out of Ivy. NRG speeding up the pace, running down that lane. Guardian's watching it. This off angle is filth. He's going to get a kill from it. Neo drops the bomb. He gets traded from Ethan up top, but still Nico's aware of it and hits a shot as he falls off the ladder. Tarek, where is he? He's coming in late. Breezy's still pushed up. He needs to get that package though, and there's a man behind them. Olaf coming in on that flank through the ladder.
See how the mid round goes. One man protecting the ramp. Breeze has just got to plant the bomb with no one watching him and just hope he can play for himself. An early kill onto him for Nico. But it's not over. Tarek's in a pretty good spot. They don't know exactly where he is. He's playing somewhat aggressively, goes out for the early opening kill.
Oh, no.
And he had information on Nico's last position. Oh, sorry, that was Nico. Knows. He gets flanked from Olaf Meister. And that's a hard situation to read.
I guess the reason he's not expecting that is because he was the one to come out of Ivy so early on, or so late rather in that round. He flanked all the way back through T-spawn into box walls, never saw a flank, so assumed surely that wouldn't come through so late. But Olaf was staying on the A site just in case NRG had any lurk.
Yeah, that's a good call. They just probably spent a couple seconds corroborating information. Where could he be? Where would he naturally rotate to? And then in that moment, Olaf has already made the flank. So he made a kind of early decision to go for that big late round flank all the way through spawn. 13-1, man.
Doesn't get much worse than this. 1 round left of the half. NRG, can they salvage anything here? Cirque's back on the AWP, but no armor behind it. Breezy again getting that spawn down into the pop dog, but Rain forced out by the Molotov wins the fight to Ethan. Surely should have been expecting that, but caught inside the flames himself. Tarek will find the only opening kill that NRG have in this round, but other than that, it is dire.
Just stand with a Glock. That's what it's felt like even in the 5v5s, you know? That's just one player left alone with the worst gun ever. So they've just been able to not get anything going. This is so rough. Well, we could try to make a meal of it at least. This AWP before we wrap this half up. And at least gets one, but traded out by Olaf, and FaZe end the half on fire. That's a quick 14-1, and that's it, folks. We're going to come back with half number 2 right after this quick break.
All right. Oh! There we go. What did you say, Dan? How dare you challenge Bad Fallen?
Never mind. Sorry.
Oh! All right.
I feel like we see this knife.
The knife is always worth it. Have you not seen my stream?
Oh, that's such a great shot. That is fantastic. Look at him go. We have our Showmatch standoff winners, MIBR! They come as they make their way towards the stage. Do give them an almighty round of applause, folks. Here they are one more time. Give it up for your standoff winners. It's MIBR! Go over here, lads. Congratulations. I'm going to present this check to you. Taco's run away with it. Quick question, guys. Congratulations. Great show match. Went way better this time than last time in Sao Paulo.
Definitely. It couldn't be worse, right? I think the only way it could get worse is if we get 7-0 every time.
We talked in the stream earlier this week about how you guys are looking forward to coming back with a lot more to deliver in this particular competition, and you really have done so. Convincing winning against Astralis, other teams as well. You must walk away from this feeling very, very positive walking away from Miami.
Yeah, definitely. I think we played much better than we have been displaying so far. And for us, it's important because we ended this kind of our own circuit with this tournament. We're going to have a little break off now. And then with some rest, I think we can get back to our mental level and then be playing on top level again. But today we showed a good game. I'm proud of my teammates because we never gave up. So this whole of 3 months together has been very tough for us, but a lot of learning experience.
Absolutely. One more time, guys, would you please give it up for your standoff winners, MIBR! Well done, guys.
Listen, we stopped and default.
We have to take ladder
we have to start
after,
doing
so it's gonna be like kind of hard.
But we have so much money now.
We'll
Remember what I told you. If you do some executes, you get 2 entries or something, you guys just try to kill them, right? At this point, you're just not letting them win 2 rounds. Like, we have
try to take Barn Hall and then try to take them out of the ladder.
You just try to kill as many rounds as possible. The economy is gonna fucking destroy us.
Let's see we can
Let's go, playing fucking sick.
because they keep sending a lot of people there.
There's no kid on.
Wow, that's a really interesting little tidbit, little behind-the-scenes action with Yanko.
Yeah, no, that had everything on the checklist. Look, it was pretty concise. It was pretty confident, right? Had some swearing. Like, you're really getting people fired up. So I think that That was probably that probably contributed a lot.
I don't think FaZe need firing up launchers. 14-1.5. Their CT side crushed NRG. We're swapping over now. Is there any hope?
I hate that question. You know I hate that question.
Yeah.
You know we all hate to be in this situation. NRG fans, viewers. Yeah, you got to go one round at a time. When you get that respectable score on like 10 maybe, then you start characterizing the comeback. But ultimately, I think for like NRG organization and fans as well, like look at this Cloud9 result, for example, that just happened. Even though they lost, you know, that's looked at as a very positive thing that happened.
Yeah.
So that same thing could be true for NRG. If they put on a great showing, maybe say good things about their CT side. And let's not waste time. Let's get into it. We're in the second half of the first map of the second semifinal. T-side here for FaZe Clan. And they start out with a couple of really hard tosses to the back of the site. Derek here to take control of the situation and kill the second target. That's Olaf. Maestro Guardians out with the trades.
Bomb going down as well. Ethan's on the other side. He could stop it. It's a fake, in fact. Stan going to hit a shot through the smoke. And Ethan drops the bomb as well. Going well for NRG. It's Nico alone, though, and he has just been so good this map. Don't count him out, although Breezy will. NRG find a pistol round, and that could be the start of something here.
Yeah, I would say, you know, 1-on-3 on a pistol on train outside. Like, there's a ton of ways you could win. It's really scary sometimes to be on the CT, especially if you're not already in a position like Z. You're kind of roaming out in the middle of all the action. Yeah, so NRG picked that up. They go into a buy-up. That's going to be refreshing for them. They've got the MP9. They got one M4 and a whole bunch of grenades, whereas FaZe are just looking to get to the buy round as soon as possible.
Yeah, wasting no time. Deagle out on Guardian. Everyone else Glocks, so pretty lackluster here for FaZe. It's going to be Stan playing close towards B for NRG. Has got that Molotov to throw down as second he spots any players, but actually backs off preemptively. This is good for FaZe. That gives them the chance to make contact when they're already down the ramp rather than at the top of the halls. It's going to be spotted. Stan, Molly for the site, but he's being wrapped on the right side rather. Ethan does defend him, and that gives room for Stan to get on top of the train. Bomb down for FaZe, but that's about all you could imagine will come through here.
Oof. Or will it?
Yeah.
A 1D could really change that. Okay, Neo gets killed crossing. Deagle's still out. We've got a bunch of players spotted, but Tarek on that flank is probably going to lock this up, no problem. Go, just that block fade can stand there and look pretty, but that's about it. An easy defuse and an easy eco round. Now we did see like quite a bit of space given up to them, but that's normally what you see on the lower side of train. As opposed to the second half where FaZe really didn't ever let them get past that pop train or to the bomb site for free. They played very aggressively, and I think as easy as it is to plan, I think it's so important that teams on the CT side fight a little bit to not just give up free economy to the opposition.
AWP out straight away for Guardian, though. He's gone for that, so NRG with no sniper of their own. Still running somewhat of a bonus round, which is always kind of scary when you're up against 14, but it's not like they got any other options. Ethan, he's going to get aggressive at the start. Nico's already out. He loves doing this off the back of the spawn, but the nade is there. Tarek going to swing with the SMG, just jiggling, raining hard to hit. We'll find that opening kill.
Aggressive smoke down Ivy. Contrasting play styles here. Guardian posted up. Killing some time, holding down that back 6 lane as he escorts Neo up into Olaf. Neo, is he really going to cross into enemy territory? You find out. It's 4v5. He gets a shadow advantage, and Cirque still wins the duel straight up.
These SMGs are tearing rifles. That's not what I expected. NRG, great opening kills. FaZe, all 3 players split up now, no tradability. Guardian will get the pick down T-Con though, that's something.
They actually have almost no vision outside whatsoever. Tarek's alone. Is he flanking? Oh, yeah, he's already down the ramp, and here it is. A money-making kill on Rain. Tell his teammates it's all safe inside, and they can go ahead and rotate now. They've also got someone upper who can come and peek in case there are players to follow up behind Tarek.
NRG are so out of this site right now. It's giving FaZe a lot of room to actually get something done. No one's committed inside of A, so they're going to push in through Old Bomb. Olaf's come out through Ivy in the meantime. Tarek covering the back of CT. And oh, Guardian, did he get spotted?
I think he may have. Yeah, I'm sure you're looking at just the way the X-ray of that CT kind of responded to his movement.
13 seconds.
We'll see. No op shot in. This could be a plant, even though, okay, we've got the ladder flank. Will he peek? It's respected. Guardian misses a jump, can't get away. Olaf with the, oh my god, the sake. The first 2 kills come in, but he can't make it a third. Tarek goes ahead and finishes it off. But it's a round that should not have come this close.
Yeah, and that's all down to NRG giving the room to FaZe, right? They went for that triple B setup. They had the flank from Tarek. And as a result, we saw Breezy. He just had to completely give up that A site, play towards old bomb. Didn't want to be the only man committed inside of the bomb train. Gives FaZe a bomb plant, gives him a chance, but NRG will find their 4th round regardless. Look at this game starting to get interesting.
It is, yeah. It was a 4v2 at that very moment. Breeze gives up the first kill. That really allows Olaf to go farther. And Olaf goes in for 2 more, so a huge individual effort by him. Still, overall, like a pretty decent round from NRG, especially since most of their problems in the first half was just how the rounds began, getting that opening kill, trading the opening kill. Those are a couple of stats that were working against them time after time. Seem to be recurring issues. But they're not letting off the gas pedal here. Tarek looking for early information along with Stan inside. This is a great start.
Ooh. Olaf wants to trade it though. Not going to commit to dropping down for the time being. FaZe still a man down in this situation. Olaf, will you be using a Molotov to force Tarek out of position? No teammate in T-Con to peek wide to catch Tarek's exit.
I like that point. You know, sometimes you're throwing Molotovs for your different reasons. There's a million reasons at ladder, but sometimes you're wasting them. Especially, again, when you lose an opening kill, you should be kind of aggressively seeking out that option. We'll see what's on Olaf's mind. He's got a teammate here to join in with him. I don't know if they want to try to do the double drop. Might be worth it to attempt the trade. But Tarek's got his eyes trained. He knows exactly where that head's going to bob up and down.
Stan's been spotted. He's a solo B player right now, so you can see on the minimap, double rotation already coming through. Cirque trying to bring that up into the picture. Tarek's on this flank again. He is so keen up this ladder, and FaZe have absolutely no idea what's about to hit them. It might not matter. Cirque's found a kill. Bomb's been dropped by Tarek, and Guardian's all that stands up in the box halls. Tarek's just walked right past him. Will he check the left side? Right now he's looking right ways, and Guardian's going to get the drop on him. There's something, but 15 seconds, this one is not doable.
On the plus side, winning rounds with majority only matters to a point for NRG right now. They're 2 away from losing, so economy is somewhat important, but just putting them together is even more. And they'll have the ecos to follow up. It's more about, you know, just how good they look in those rounds. That's a heads-up play from Tarek. You know how scary it is to come up that ladder?
Yeah.
We've all been in that situation. You can't see what we see, and for him, he's got to decide, you know, if I go up this ladder and get shot, I make my team look stupid, and I've opened them a way for them to come down ladder, maybe take outside and reroute when they would have initially gone inner, and I could have delayed.
I guess the gamble is when you know FaZe only have 4 players up, the likelihood of them dedicating a player to watch a pop flank at the start of the execute towards B is pretty unlikely. Yeah. That being said, still always a risk.
Yeah, but even there, he has to assume they are executing B for sure, right? So, you know, hopefully more of that, honestly. Those big risky pushes can make a lot of sense, and you're going to need a multitude of ways to win rounds since you've got so many to come back just in one half. You've got to get really, really innovative.
Well, and this one is just pistols for FaZe again. NRG have found another advantage. Nico's been picked off early. Breezy looking for more. Spots one down Ivy at least, but that bomb is still in the box halls, so could be another late B play. 2 players here for NRG to lock it down. And not really any utility for FaZe either. A couple of flashbangs is all they've got to play with. Guardian's going to be bringing them through toilets now, so it's just going to be a 4-man B push, it seems, for FaZe Clan.
Only thing on the agenda, creep up slightly, take position on angles, be very patient, and don't let your very few opportunities slip. Rain to push up, 40 seconds up, he's going to have to follow up. And it seems like they might throw a flash so they can get out quickly. Action about to occur here, so we look at Guardian. Lining up the pop, goes out. Cirque not even after Mitch Blind, doesn't have to move from his spot whatsoever.
Ooh. Bombs on the site though. Stan trying to deny it, he does. There's the trade from Olaf, but he's not crossing. Cirque's going to hit it with the AWP. It's nice to see the players of NRG starting to look very warmed up, right?
Definitely.
Not only Tarek getting aggressive and looking confident there, but Cirque hitting his flicks as he does.
It's not even something we expected to see in this game, to have NRG on fire after that first half. So it's a good way to start, no doubt about it. What's going to be the follow-up setup? What aggressive options are they going to employ? Are they going to continue to be passed in those box halls? Do they want to push? And how aggressive do they want to be at ladder? I think again, from the CT side from both these teams, they've done a lot of great stuff. So we'll see if there's more to come.
Long May
early drop is missed, but there's no one here to stop him.
And look on the minimap. Look at B. NRG have crunched it. Pushed 3 players up early. I thought they were going to commit with a flank there. If they did when FaZe dropped into pop, they would have had so much knowledge, so much info.
Yeah, this is huge for NRG because they slowed down the outside rush that looked like it might have happened. Smoking a ladder, one of the lesser used smokes. I mean, it's still common, but not as much. And FaZe haven't made a decision yet. But NRG are not pushing past their positions inside. They don't know if it's going to be a default back to inner. Everyone is lacking information. They don't have eyes on Ivy. We've got one man on the bomb train who's right now responsible for both T-Con and ladder. And it looks like they fall back the other way. But they seem very confident that it's not going to be inside, and it seems like they might be correct.
Yeah, the early rotate is actually perfect. FaZe looking like they want to execute outer, and the smokes are coming down to start. 50 seconds as a push comes in. Nice shot. It's actually Stan to get that kill, not Tarek. He got the damage off while blind. FaZe losing their first man. Flash is still blanketing this bomb site, but NRG aren't budging. They're still committing. Tarek flashed off finally. Nico's going to deal with him. Stands at the back of the site, and he will swing out for the kill. 3-on-3 here. FaZe yet to get the plant in, and Stan's looking to muscle his way to a victory, but he'll pay the price of his life. Neo getting the kill, and still damage done to him who stands. The only question mark is Olof inside of the site. Ooh. They could go B.
He's got the bomb.
He's got time.
Yeah, he's going to take it out here. Neo, he just needs not to die. Breeze understands what's happening, though. This is interesting. I don't know if Neo heard that. There's a chance he could take out Olaf, who's now receding back into a new position. Breeze has to make a couple of judgment calls here. Where has Olaf rotated to? The longer he takes is also going to allow Neo to come into play. So I think he's isolated him down to the back of the bomb train, but he doesn't know which side, and finally spots the cross headshot in. He's low on health. He's going to go for the straight defuse, but Neo's from up top. He's going to be able to stop this if he wants to. He's actually reading it incorrectly, comes in late, and NRG continue their win streak.
Wow. Killed a second, not even, milliseconds after he got that defuse in. I thought FaZe even won the round, even with Neo playing delayed.
You know, I really thought Neo was going to peek just because he was last spotted outside, so there's a chance that Breeze sticks it. And he got into position fast enough that, you know, maybe could have gone for a free, but it was a judgment call, I guess, and he didn't have full HP, if I remember correctly, so that's kind of rough. It was a good play from Olaf. It was a good attempt, too. I will say I was a little scared for NRG on the outside because although they did make the good rotate back, they all ended up behind the bomb train. So they didn't have optimal spots outside, even though they overstacked, and they almost all got crushed in that area. A lot of executes are built to push players back into those positions. And here's another aggressive setup from the CTs. Wow, Rain just eats it alive. Not only does he get info on 2 players, he kills a 3rd man inside. This is going to tell FaZe a lot. They're going to move quickly here on Ivy now.
Yeah, they're already so deep. Breezy's got a gap in the smoke, but surely how much can he really see from here? Nothing now. His screen lighted up by the flashbang. He's going to go through the smoke, though. Olaf getting entries in the meantime. Breezy needs to hit this shot, and he does drop that AWP bomb. Dropped in the center of the site as well, but he's the last man alive. 1-on-3. Footsteps made. Olaf's heard it, without a doubt. You know he's close. Smoke going out, but Olaf, he hits the flick. FaZe 5-15.
Yikes.
Took them some time, but they finally picked up a round on the T side.
Yeah, that was smart. And, you know, it comes down to Rain's kill. You can't blame Ethan for peeking. That was a great opportunity for him. He saw that Rain's attention was taken to this 2-man setup on lower ramp. Very low chance that he would actually spot it. He misses his first shot. Rain capitalizes, and they were already in position to take over Ivy as a trade. Them going fast made a lot of sense. FaZe lock up that 15th round quickly. And the streak of NRG.
And most importantly, the money, because FaZe have been getting such close rounds time after time. Think back to losing everyone on that B site after the defuse, and now NRG, they lose 1 round, and they don't have anything to show for it. SMGs and CZs up against map point here on their pick.
Yeah, that's true. It's like that. It's like the streak almost never happened. And they might be fully well aware of that. They can look back and just see how many people have died.
Definitely makes you question how this game would have gone if NRG started CT here.
Sure, yeah. That happens all too often. But being strong on one side is not enough, obviously. So this is one of the rounds where, you know, the other team's spending everything they have. You know they don't have a lot. And you know that it's weapons that are not going to be as good at range, so you're going to expect a lot of aggressive openings. That's going to encourage FaZe to kind of just hang back, wait a second, see what they want to try to do. No need to rush into an execute. You've kind of got the anti-eco mentality right now, even though you know it might be a bit better than that.
Yeah, NRG looking to take matters into their own hands, though. Quick T-con push. And they actually find it empty. The only position that FaZe currently don't harbor. So that's something, at least, to look on the bright side. 4 players on the A site. Stan playing B heaven. Risky setup considering ramp is open, but FaZe have had to deal with a lot of double setups on ramp before, so I doubt they're just going to push down for free. Reigns trying to clear out close spots, and Stan's going to hear all this noise.
Ready and waiting. But again, even off of those options, even though there was no damage dealt, NRG have a significant resource disadvantage now. They've used a lot of their grenades. Smoke's going to dissipate soon inside of T-Con. It's going to allow FaZe to pounce. Now, we did see FaZe take a little bit too long on some of these T rounds yesterday in executing. They wouldn't get map control fast enough, and once they got out on the site, they didn't have enough time to plant the bomb safely.
Yeah.
That could come back to bite them here if they do the same thing. We're crossing the 40-second mark. You don't want to execute around 20 and have 0 seconds left, so I'd like to see some action soon.
The positive is there's only 1 player here on B, so time may be low, but FaZe, all they need is 1 kill, and they can get that plant in immediately. Oh, Neo going towards T-Con. Stan hits a shot. He's going to drop the bomb for a second, but Guardian can pick it back up, and as said, no one here to stop that plant. FaZe will have it down in a 3-on-3 post-plant. Flank coming through ladder so quickly, though, and Ethan, he's being watched. Nico's on the angle. SMG up close, and Nico's going to hit the shot. FaZe, man up, make that 2. It's Tarek left in a 1-on-3. Save the map or head to nuke. FaZe have found his number immediately, and that's it. 16-7. Dominant stuff here on NRG.